Now, we've seen in another video how we were able to modify the look of WP E-Commerce. For example, here I spread out the line spacing between each of these lines using the style sheet of WP E-Commerce. And the way we were able to change it was by moving it from, well, actually copying it from its folder to our theme folder, and that's what we did here. Now, you also will have styling issues with your particular theme. So for example, if I go back over to here and I click on this product where I'm actually looking at the single product page now, you'll notice that in my theme, it's pushing the sidebar over to the right here. And we need to change the width of things here in order to make it work properly. Now to do that, you need to go into your own style sheet for the theme. And we're assuming here that you've either got a theme that you totally control, or if it's one that's updated by someone else, you've got a child theme that you're using. All right, now in this case, I'm going to edit the direct theme file, not a child theme file. But the idea is you never want it to get overwritten by an update. So whatever you need to do that, make sure you do it. Okay. So what I need to do clearly is get rid of this area over on the left here. I need to move everything over. And so I go in and I inspect my element here using my browser. And I go and I look here and I see that this has a width of 100%. This is called the primary div. And if I take that off, it shifts it over a little bit, doesn't it? But it's clearly more controlled by this. So let's create a new property here. And let's say that the width is less than 100%. Let's say it's 80%. There's my percentage. There we go. Let's try 70% there. Aha. See how it's brought our sidebar back up? Okay, so we need to change the primary and make that div move over and not be as wide. All right, so we've got that we need to do. There's a bit of an extra space up top here. Let's see what that's about. If I go into article here, you can see it's part of article. And yes, so it's, well, H entry in this case. The article has a class of H entry. So H entry has this quite large padding at the top. If I get rid of that, I'm going to be in better shape as well. So that's good. And now I can see over here, see this div entry, look how narrow that is. So let's try changing this to 100%. There we go. Now we've got things looking better. Okay, so we had 3 changes we need to make in our style sheet. And you could tell here that it was our style sheet because you can always check, right? It shows you what the style sheet is. So now we know we have to add some things to our style sheet. And the way you want to do that, let's just get rid of this so we can see everything. I'm going to refresh this. So now we're seeing what the site actually is right now. There we go. All right, so I go over here to Appearance and I go to my editor. Now this time, of course, we're working with our style sheet. Remember, there's the WP E-Commerce style sheet down here, but we actually want to work with the style sheet for the theme. And the best way to do this, I find, is to go down to the bottom. In fact, you'll see some customizations we've made on other ones like Jigo Shop and so forth. So I just go down here and I'm going to give myself some more space. By having them at the end and clearly labeling them, we know what changes we've made to our style sheet. Let me go to my text editor here. And what I've done is I've created the styles that we need. All right. And notice that I've put on here single WPSC product. That's the class for the entire page. Okay. That gets added by WP E-Commerce. So it's great. We can identify only on these pages, do I want to make the primary div 70%? And so on and so on. In other words, we're targeting more narrowly what the CSS is going to do. So I just take this, copy the whole thing, and I go back over to here and I'm going to paste it in and I update my file. Now I go back over to here, refresh my page, and now everything's working properly for us. Okay. So you're probably going to need to do something it's unlikely everything's going to work exactly out of the box with your theme. So you'll probably need to make some changes that way in your theme. And then, of course, working with WP E-Commerce and making changes for it as well using its style sheet.